Hello and a warm welcome to the workshop about the new features of the Management Center 2.5.2. In this video we getting a closer look to the functionality automatic sending of reports of the health check to keep an overview of the system status of my connected IoT cameras. May a lot of you know there is a health check functionality built in the Management Center for quite a long time. This is under Wizard and Tools. There is a icon, it's called Health Check, and if you press on the Health Check, the Management Center asks all the connected IoT cameras in that selected group what is about your system status, your health status. And in this case we see we have 3 IoT cameras in that group, and we got in here from all of the 3 cameras an error message. If I inspect that I click on the Garage M15, that's the camera name, and then I see all the different categories, and one of the categories, that the category network, shows a dramatic issue which needs to be observed by the installer. And here in the detail error message I get the information the camera has detected to losing too many TCP IP packets, and this needs to be checked and make a recommendation, maybe check cabling and the switch to get a stable system back. So the question is how I will get this automatically without that the user need to press and change to the health check. And this is exactly the new function in the 2.5.2 version of the Management Center. Today you can set up the system to say send me automatically several times per day that health check report via email. In this case, I have here an example. I get an email from the system which shows me in the header already how many cameras are critical, how many has a warning, how many of them are okay, and how many are not replied on the health check status. In the email itself, I see 14 cameras was in my group all, because it's always take the group all for that background health check monitoring functionality. And then I see here a long list of cameras with all the different status. Of course, in my test system, a lot of cameras are not connected, but we can simply also see the same camera as we have seen before in the health check monitor itself. It also appears in my health check report list and mentioned as well. Here we got a network issue, a network interface packet alert, which needs to be observed. The question is how to set this up. This is quite simple. You need to go to the Management Center, you need to go to the preferences of the Management Center. There is in the settings list a new entry, it's called email notification. As a user admin you need to activate the email notifications by default. Define a site name. Now these are my cameras at home, so using the famous name Home Jörg as a site name, and then I define who should be getting this report email. In this case it's my company email address, and then in that gray box below you need to set up all the settings based on your email account what you have created for that Management Center by your provider. I have chosen in this case a Gmail account. I've created an own email address on the Gmail account using as a username the email address, using the password which I have created for that Gmail email account, and then I was searching on the Gmail web page about the right SMTP settings and the right port. This is different from provider to provider, but each provider has a listing on their website. If you're searching for SMTP settings, you will get immediately a result. Then you have the possibility to say send test email. Then it's the Management Center takes all that credentials and send you immediately an email address. I will take right now that email address. You see within a minute or so you get an email which mentioned MxC email test from the Gmail address which I have created before for the Management Center, and I say okay, the email gets through. And then the question is how often I will get a real health check report. And for that you simply go to the settings interval and choosing here the interval. In this case I have decided to get 4 times per day a report from the Management Center by setting up every 6 hours. I like to get this report which just runs the health check in the background over the group all cameras. So you see it's a quite simple but a powerful functionality, and this functionality provides you as an installer or you as a customer a more stable system, because the system consequent and permanently checks the system and informs the owner or the installer about the system status. So please use it and stay safe in the future. Bye bye and have a nice day.